Another problem I see with the sport right now is the organization's ability to develop new stars. In my opinion, the two biggest names in drag racing right now today are Big Daddy Don Garlits and John Force. Unfortunately, two racers who no longer compete. What do you think the organization needs to do to build new stars? I know Wally Parks always said the cars are the stars, but then Steve Earwood of Rockingham said, I can't get the cars up into the 10th floor to do a newspaper interview. So is it the cars are the stars, or are the personalities the stars? And what do we need to do to make another Big Daddy or another John Ford?
Well, that's the easiest question to answer of all the questions you
Glad
asked.
to hear that.
They have got to put the driver's name on the car where it can be read from the grandstands in every run. When the television camera goes on, we know it. Look at my cars in here. What do you see on my cars? What stands right out? There's no doubt who I am. That's why I'm so popular. And I was taught that early on by a guy that was in PR. He said, you've got to have your name in nice block letters where people can read it and see it every time. And I see it now. That's why I don't even like Top Fuel. I'm hunting all over the car. What is the name of the driver? And you got to look up at the television screen, and they'll show you just for a brief second that this is Joe Smith, when it should be that big of letters on the car. And the poor old drivers, they're so hungry for a ride, they'll get in these things and drive them, and their name's little bitty like that in the cockpit somewhere. You have to be right up on the car to see it. And that is one of the biggest mistakes in drag racing. The NHRA should say the driver's name must be on the car near the cockpit in certain size letters that can be seen by the television camera. And if they don't do that, the sport is going to hell in a handbasket, because people want to know about the personalities, just like the NASCAR. NASCAR from the very beginning promoted personalities. All it was about the driver. And the car, NHRA, well, Wally himself said, it's not the cars are the stars. And that wasn't exactly true. That was one of the mistakes he made. The personalities are the people who drive the cars, and the names are not legible on these cars today. You look at the funny cars, it's got some great big sponsor's name. Now, I had big sponsor's name, but I always had Don Garlits on there. And that they're going to have to do that